Okay, so everybody get nice and relaxed, nice and comfortable. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're feeling, just let it all go. Allow yourself to relax fully. We're all here for the same reason, to get guidance, clarity, awareness about ourselves through the eyes of spirit. And so we all join here with the same intention. Collectively, with our energy, let's take a nice deep inhale. Big exhale to relax. Releasing tension, distractions. Another deep breath in. Big breath out. Another deep breath in, opening up to all the guides' messages tonight. And big breath out. Relaxing all the way down, releasing tension. Continue to breathe in this way, relaxing deeper with every exhale. Allowing yourself to just get more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. Allowing yourself to focus on an intention, just lightly focus on it. Relaxing the muscles in the face, the forehead, the neck, the shoulders, the back. Releasing tension in the stomach, and the hips, and the legs, the knees, the calves, the feet. Relaxing all the way down. Just continue allowing light and love to enter your body, your mind, your heart, opening all the channels of energy, allowing that light and love to be the protective force, the enlightening force, the activating force, the empowering force for you here tonight. Breathing in the light of source energy, whatever source is to you. Just allowing us all to send a beautiful bubble of light around each and every one of us. Feeling that connection to source on our own, knowing that we are all intuitive, we are all connecting here together, we are all transmitting information energetically. We are all co-creating this experience as you breathe. As soon as I have a message from a guide, they will introduce themselves and start speaking. So just continue to breathe and relax, opening up to the messages in your own way. I am Bastet. I am Bastet. I am Bastet. And I am a divine feline known in the Egyptian kingdoms for my jaguar energy. I am not human, therefore I am getting used to this body. but recognize that I represent a divine mother energy, a feline energy that represents and brings forth fertility, fertility of knowledge, fertility of life, fertility of sensuality, to birth the passion, the grace, and the profound strength of the jaguar. Ancient civilizations of many centuries have praised my energy for the sake of welcoming in the divine activations that I give and provide. This is activation of your divine, feminine, nurturing, and fertile spirit. The part of you that wishes to be seated with new knowledge, to receive divine understanding, and to assist you in creating whatever it is that you would like to bring forth. Bastet is here to provide this grace, this cat-like presence. Think of the cat, think of the energy of the cat. We always land on our feet, we are balanced, we are incredibly cunning and adapting to any encounter, any circumstance, and this is in fact what I bring forth to you all. To remember that you in fact have these qualities. They are there, even if they are sometimes hidden or present in the background, muted at times. They are there. Remind yourself that they are there. Remind yourself of the times when you have used your sensuality, your power of enticing quality to bring forth the vibration, the creation, the project, the task that you sought. And even the relationships that you gravitate are through this sensual presence, this energy, this undertone. It is a characteristic of all women and men alike, buried in their divine feminine awareness, their consciousness. You see, they have the capability to awaken that strength. Bastet is here to also remind you this transformation that you are undergoing on your planet is extreme. You feel this, you know it, it's true, it's in your heart. You feel the restlessness of change, the divine structures of your spirit shifting, the perceptions, the desires. Let them shift. Let them change. We are in the time of change, and therefore you must not commit to one particular outcome, for it is all changing, it is all transforming as time moves forward, as space expands. This is an interesting time to be here. You have chosen it. You have allowed your spirit to come here to this planet, in this body, to experience this time for a reason. It was to experience change. So do not resist it, but move with it. I, as a jaguar spirit, am able to smoothly and graciously move through the jungle, through the low vines, and through the high tops of trees. I am a creature of cosmos and earth, as are you. You have the connections to both, and therefore you must allow yourself to move smoothly, sensually, gracefully through these spectrums of light between the cosmos and the earth, and all the experience that is represented within it. This includes the aspects of yourself that are representative of the many layers of spectrums of light within this world. Many of you have felt this connection to a certain level of darkness within you. A certain shadow-like presence that seems to loom in the background lately, ready to pounce at any given moment, ready to stir things up, ready to shift your intentions into something less desirable. Sometimes you surrender to this, and sometimes you stand strong in defiance. Recognize that when your will is weaker, there is a reason for it, for there is a certain aspect of your shadow that is trying to tell you something, trying to express through you, to show you something that you haven't quite evolved from yet, that you haven't quite figured out. You tend to convince yourselves of many realities about your character that aren't fully true. These overly optimistic aspects of life are understandable for manifestation of positive circumstance when in darkness, though the avoidance, the choice to ignore certain shadow aspects of yourself or the environment does bring in a level of avoidance to your spirit. It is all meant to be explored. It is all meant to reveal wisdom amidst change. So the message here is that it is important to not ignore the shadow, to not avoid it, but instead to allow learning through acceptance, through observing the shadow when you are unable to hold it back. It is a consciousness. It is not an enemy of your spirit. It is a consciousness within your spirit that shows you exactly where you're at and what you're focusing on, that allows you to reform these thoughts and processes into something more productive. And thus, allow yourselves to not beat yourself up about the ways in which you express your shadow, especially when it's been pent up for some time. When you allow the shadow to come forth, when it is forcing itself, through acceptance and observation in grace and sensual nature, you will then give the shadow the attention that it needed, thus absorbing the lesson, understanding and finding the clarity that you sought, and then pleasantly allowing the shadow to take its place in the background again until it needs to show you something else. And so I hope that this has been a productive message for you. One that encourages you to love yourself fully in all form. One that encourages you to not get wound up in the ways in which you may be expressing yourself or your energy, especially in this time where it seems so many of this community has been so strict on the expression of undesirable characteristics. It is all a part of creation. It is all a part of light, and therefore it is all important to observe. I, Bastet, will now take questions from anyone who would like to speak. Okay, everybody, so just give yourself some time to integrate, stretch, move around, feel back into your body.
I apologize.
No,
I didn't even
no,
think
but
you
look,
fine.
your questions are very important.
Thank you.
You know, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
She had you in a cat pose. That's when my cat was like. I was waiting for you to go like this.
Was I in a cat pose? What do you
Yeah.
mean?
I mean,
I didn't even notice.
like a cat pose, like-
Oh, with my leg up? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's talking. I didn't even notice that. I don't ever sit like that either, so that does make sense. I'm like, what is she
She
doing?
is so sophisticated. I was trying to like picture Bastet as the
Yes,
set.
I was trying to
like,
picture her
cause
too.
she's just like.
Is she like you said she's a jaguar?